Hi. Oh, I'm glad you could come over. Yeah, you seem really upset. You want to talk about it? You just need to sit for a second. That's okay. I'm right here. Yeah, here's a box of tissues in case you need them. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry if you need to cry. We've all been there. Yeah. It's okay. Why don't you... Do you think you are in an okay space to talk to me about what happened? Something with your family? Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. Yeah, just go ahead and just tell me what happened. I'll just listen, you know? You have nothing to feel bad about. Believe me, I could tell you plenty of stories on my own. But right now, I'm just here to listen to you. So why don't you, just start at the beginning. Don't worry about saying too much. I've got all the time in the world to just sit here, okay? I'm your friend. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what? What did they say about that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, keep going. Yeah. Just get it all out. Just tell me everything you need to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, go ahead and, it's okay if you need to cry. It's okay. It's okay. I'm right here. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to tell you, that that sucks. That's a really, really sad story, and I'm just so sorry. Yeah, I would feel exactly how you feel right now. Yeah, it's totally understandable why you would be upset. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I think the thing that can be hard with families, is that you're not just a bunch of people that were put together by central casting, or that you guys all got to pick each other out of a catalog. You didn't, let's be real about that. Like, you're all these totally different people from these different backgrounds and different personalities, and you guys just kind of wound up together, like it's not the same as making a friend and choosing that friend to be in your life. It's really not. And we have such emphasis on having these perfect relationships with our biological families, and I just don't think that's realistic, you know? Like, I'm not saying anything against you, like you have unrealistic expectations. I'm saying that, you know, society does, and everyone deals with it. Everybody. I deal with it, you know? It's like, you see on TV all these families, and they're all so happy together, and they all get along, and the sisters are best friends, and the brothers go play football together on the weekends, and the dads are knowledgeable and kind, and the moms are, you know, like, just these really kind-hearted, honest people. And it's just like, it's not, you know, and everyone gets along. Like, they might fight a little bit, but ultimately, like, everything is resolved in 30 minutes, and everyone hugs, and it's just, it's not, that's not real. That's just marketing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm totally not trying to make light of what you're going through, because I completely understand, and I would be as upset as you are. But I think that, you know, it's extra hard when you have troubles with your family, when, like, we live in this society that likes to pretend that, you know, ultimately family, biological family is where it's at, and that everybody gets along, you know, or everybody ultimately loves each other, or love saves the day. And you know what? Love doesn't always save the day. And sometimes you're going to have really deep conflicts and struggles with people that you're supposed to always love, and maybe you're not always going to love them, or, you know, maybe it's just not a good relationship, or maybe you need distance from that person, or maybe it's not a relationship that's going to make a lot of sense for you. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, nobody has a perfect family. Nobody. You know, and you can't judge. I remember I read on Tumblr or something, a quote from somebody, and it was that you can't compare your insides to other people's outsides. So when you look at other families and you look at other people's relationships with their parents, their brothers and their sisters, and it seems so perfect, you know, and you feel like yours is so messed up, like, you don't really know what happens behind closed doors, or how maybe your family looks to other people, and it's just like, nobody knows, and everybody's going through this struggle, you know? It's not just you. Like, your problems are unique to you, but you're not the only one that fights with their family, or has problems with their family, or has a less than perfect relationship, you know? So just don't feel alone. Your problems are valid and real. And it's okay. It's totally okay. Yeah. And I think sometimes we need to let go of the idea that, you know, we're supposed to have a family life that looks a particular way. You know, there is no particular way. Everyone is unique. And like I said, you're in a situation where you wound up with these people, and, like, you didn't get to pick them, you know. They're your family, but they're maybe not the people you would have chose for yourself. At least not 100% of the time, and that's okay. That's fine. Everybody feels that way. Even people who you might think have a perfect family probably feel that way sometimes. As hard as that is to believe. And I totally get why you're upset, and I would feel the same way, and it's really okay. Yeah. And there's no shame in just, like, feeling sad and crying and getting it out, or feeling angry even. I actually got out. I knew you were coming over and that you've been having some problems, I thought, with your family lately, and that you might benefit from some stuff that I've read in this book. So I got it out, and I just wanted to read you some little parts of it. It's a book called Broken Open, by this woman named Elizabeth Lesser. It's a really good book. It's like just a lot of different like pieces of advice for like different times in your life that might be hard. And so I don't know if I'm going to say, she's quoting a Buddhist teacher here, and I don't know if I'm going to say his name right. So bear with me. It's Chogyam Trungpa, and he wrote a book called Shambhala, The Sacred Path of the Warrior. And this is a quote from him. Going beyond fear begins when we examine our fear, our anxiety, nervousness, concern, and restlessness. If we look into our fear, if we look beneath the veneer, the first thing we find is sadness beneath the nervousness. Nervousness is cranking up, vibrating all the time. When we slow down, when we relax with our fear, we find sadness, which is calm and gentle. Sadness hits you in your heart, and your body produces a tear. Before you cry, there's a feeling in your chest, and then, after that, you produce tears in your eyes. You are about to produce rain or a waterfall in your eyes, and you feel sad and lonely, or perhaps romantic at the same time. That is the first tip of fearlessness, the first sign of real warriorship. You might think that when you experience fearlessness, you will hear the opening to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or see a great explosion in the sky, but it doesn't happen that way. Discovering fearlessness comes from working with the softness of the human heart. Real fearlessness is the product of tenderness. So you don't need to feel bad about crying. You have a tender heart, and that's good. That's going to see you through more than just being tough, it's really going to help you be in touch with yourself, and so don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's totally okay. And then here's the other thing that I was going to show you. Okay. Let me find it here. Okay. The irony of hiding the dark side of our humanness is that our secret is not really secret at all. How can it be when we're safeguarding the very same story? That's why Rumi calls it an open secret. It's almost a joke, a laughable admission that each one of us has a shadow self, a bumbling, bad-tempered twin. Big surprise. Just like you, I can be a jerk sometimes. I do unkind, cowardly things, harbor unmerciful thoughts, and mope around when I should be doing something constructive. Just like you, I wonder if life has meaning. I worry and fret over things I can't control, and I often feel overcome with a longing for something that I cannot even name. For all my strengths and gifts, I am also vulnerable and insecure, in need of connection and reassurance. This is the secret I try to keep from you, and you from me, and in doing so, we do each other a grave disservice. And what I like about that in terms of family conflicts is that everyone has something they're hiding, a side of themselves that they're trying to not show you, and everyone's doing that all the time, and everyone has this kind of secret life, and secret insecurities and thoughts that they harbor. And there might be people in your family who are, they're trying to seem one way, and maybe being hurtful and trying to project a particular image. But they're also trying to protect this side of themselves that you can't see, or that maybe is there, but that they're trying to kind of shield from other people's eyes and maybe trying to deny. And so it's complex, people are really complicated, and maybe if you're more out there with how you're feeling about something and people get really reactive to it, it might be because they're not willing to face that yet, and you are, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, I think you're really going to be okay. I really do. Yeah, I'm so happy I could be here for you. It means a lot to me that you chose to come and talk with me. Yeah, let's just hang out, let's just like be quiet and like you can cry, and I'm gonna play you this really beautiful song that like I sometimes like to listen to when I'm feeling sad, and we'll just lay here together and we can watch the stars and listen to music and just, just talk and maybe go to sleep after a little bit too, because that sometimes helps us when you've been through an emotional situation, is to kind of close your eyes. So I'm just going to lay here with you and let's listen to this song together and just lay here and just know that I'm here for you and that I care about you, that it's okay for you to feel sad. It's okay. Yeah, I totally understand. I get it. All right, here's the song.